Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another late night painting with yours truly, Daniel. Tonight we are not going to do much, we are just going to continue, if you remember, these three culprits, so to say, that we have since we last time didn't finish them. I was thinking about finishing them, but I decided I want to do a part 2 so you can see how the end result is happening, because we are painting with the normal style, and normal I mean we are using normal paints. We are not using those contrast colors that I usually used for painting, because I did some bad things with the spray. When I was spraying them, I oversprayed them, so everything was going crazy. Watch the start of the part 1 and you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so the thing is that I'm missing one color. Okay, so here it is, I got it. I needed black for the bases. So yeah, I will continue painting these, and I'm trying out new thing. I did put the background music, so do tell me if it's distracting you, maybe, since I don't know, I can't really hear how everything sounds. So if you can hear me clearly and the music doesn't bother you, I put some nice chill sound wave, however it is called, so we can enjoy the painting with some nice music in the background. Please do tell me if the music is too loud or you don't hear me, because I cannot yell. I have a wife and a child sleeping in another room. So yeah, we are continuing to paint these three little fellas. So first of all, we are going to do a wagon orange for all the orange parts, the hair, the all these clothes on this guy, and then we are going to bring back some of those colors once it is all dried up. Okay, so let's start washing the miniatures. So we'll put these two aside so they don't bother us for now, and let's start painting this guy first. So yeah, what happened from the last time that we heard? Well, the Essen is closing pretty fast, and it is going to be an awesome event this year, since we have some new guys coming with us, which is always cool to see somebody who is seeing Essen for the first time, since I saw it for 6 times now. And you know, you kind of wear off. I mean, I am super hyped about it, but I know what to expect. I know the holes, I know all the drill, all the travels that we need to go through. So we are going to travel for at least 17 hours, which is super crazy. Long trip, but it's well worth it. So I don't mind it, but when you start the trip, you are all pumped up and you can't wait. Yeah, road trip and everything. But once the road trip starts, and once you reach that like 12 hours on the road, and you know you still have like 5 or 6, maybe more hours, depending if there is jams on the road and whatnot, you really lose all hope at one moment. But yeah, the going to Essen is always fun, because I have really good crew that goes with me, and as I already told you, there are some new guys coming, so it will be awesome to see how will they experience this and what will they think about it and everything. Okay, so this was super fast. Now this does not shade very much, it just gives a light tint, so I deliberately put some more washes in the crevices, so I pronounce them even more. than I should. And I think that all the oranges, no, we forgot about his hat. His hat needs to be washed a little bit. So yeah, I see I have a one viewer, so can you please, whoever you are, tell me, does the sound bothering you? The music that is playing in the background, I'm not really sure if it's too loud or not, so I would really much appreciate some info. Or if you don't tell me, I'll just listen after I finished with the stream, and I'll tell you if it was okay or not, and if I will continue with playing some music. Now I made sure that this is a royalty-free music, so I don't get flagged or anything, even though I don't earn nothing from my videos, since I cannot monetize them, because I don't have 1000 subscribers, or I don't know, some type of number of views that you need to have. So yeah, I'm not afraid actually if I do get maybe flagged by the owner of the music, even though, as I already told you, I made sure it is a royalty-free music. I used it in a few painting videos and they never got flagged, so I don't think they would be flagged now while I'm doing the live, but you never know. YouTube is weird like that sometimes. So yeah, right now what we are doing, we're just putting a heavy wash, and I'm deliberately going heavy, so since this wash is really not that, it doesn't tint that much well that I want him to. Maybe I should have gone with the Reichling Flash shade or something like that, more darker wash, but I'm just going to stick to it now. Since I started with it, I'm going to end with it. But it will be okay. Once we put some highlights on it, it will look just gorgeous. I don't think I will do any more paint jobs before we go to Essen, these live streams. I have to get some good night's sleep, because right now I should be sleeping, because my baby will probably wake us up in 6 in the morning. But I decided to paint live. As I can see, for one viewer, maybe even myself, I still don't understand if that one viewer that is showing, is it actually me, or it is not, or is it not? But yeah, so I have to concentrate more on Essen and take care of that part, because it's a huge thing for me, since that is the only time I get to meet with publishers and talk with them about games and all that, so present them my channel and maybe we form some sort of connections with them. What I'm trying to do is one main reason why I'm also looking to go to that 1000 subscriber channel, is why I'm pushing it so hard, is because then the publishers look you in a different way. So my idea behind all this is I want to form a meaningful connection with the publishers. Now I don't want them to send me free stuff and then I review it. I mean games. When I say free stuff, I mean games. I don't want them to just send me games. I want to work with them. I want them so we can work together and promote each other. They promote my channel by giving me maybe some few promos for giveaways, and I do giveaways and promote their games in that way. So that is what I'm aiming for right now. I'm not sure if anything going to happen from it, but I will most definitely try something to happen from it. So we'll see how that all goes. I believe that it will be okay. So far I got these few publishers that I have like this meaningful, not just doing reviews, connection with them. So yeah, okay, Next up, we are going to paint this guy and her, and we are going to paint all the green parts. We're actually going to wash them, not paint them. We're going to put a wash on them, just to give them some slight shadows, because that's what we are after, some shadows. Then we can do some other highlights, and we are done with these miniatures. These miniatures look really cool. I still didn't have time to play the game, but as soon as I play it, I will do a review of it, probably sometimes after Essen. I don't think I will manage anytime sooner. I mean, I will definitely try, because this game will be in Essen, so if you see my review and you maybe like the game, then you can go and buy it for yourself or for whoever you think the game would suit too. But yeah, that is my idea. But you know what happens with ideas, usually you have idea of something and then something completely different happens and your ideas don't pan out correctly. But it is what it is. So what else can I talk to you about? Well, I just came back from the game night. On the Fridays we have game nights, for you that don't know, but most of you know probably. And I got to play Tapestry from the Stonemaier games, the big hype game, and I must say the game is pretty good, pretty solid. I had a lot of fun playing it. Sometimes the downtime can be a bit long while you are waiting for your turn, because one player has like few combos going on and one thing activating another and stuff like that, so then he kind of gets stuck in it and he has to go through all the motions and everything. Next up, we are going to do Reichland shade all over these skins on all three miniatures. So yeah, sometimes you have to wait for other players a bit longer than you would wish, but in the end I really liked the game. The game is solid. It has some really nice mechanics and how everything works and how you are trying to activate few stuff, so you can activate some more stuff. It is really interesting game, I must say. Okay, so now we are doing the Reichland flesh shade, and we are going to do all the flesh. It's called flesh shade after all. I have to be very careful because this orange still didn't all dried up and I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so she is done. Where will I put it? It just goes in my way. Okay, so this guy, we are going to go over his entire feet, even these gray parts, because it's just ridiculous to wash one thing with the black and another with the brown. We'll just wanna go with Reichland flesh shade all over it, and then we'll bring the color back with the nice gray tone again. So I'm thinking that I will probably switch these paintings on either Saturday or maybe even Sunday nights. Still deliberating, thinking about it, because I see there's not that much traffic on Friday and it is kind of pointless to for me to just talk with myself, right? So I'm thinking of switching the days. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Who knows? Nobody knows. But yeah, that is my current train of thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, and while we played Tapestry, we played it 5 players. This game goes up to 5 players, and it took us about 3 hours with the rules and everything, and 4 of us were new to the game, so imagine that. I think that's a good time for the game. I think that works really well. It's not too long, it's not too short. I wanted to play one more game, but we didn't have time. I have this game that I need to do for a Kickstarter video, but I guess it will have to wait for the next game session, if not sooner, on Friday then. And we have the last guy here that needs some wash over the skin, and then we can go and paint other things, but this one has the most skin, so I'm just watching for not to pull that much of wash around his eyes. Now I'm still thinking, do I want to paint eyes on these or not, on these miniatures or not, since I really hate painting eyes. Painting eyes is so boring and so hard to do. You really need a steady hands for that, and I know that maybe it doesn't look like that to you, but my hands are not steady at all. I have a really shaky hand. I manage to wait just a second. Nothing. Everything's cool. I managed to calm them down a little bit while painting, sort of, but in reality I'm having like super shaky hands. Probably shake your drinks. Okay, so I'm just picking up some wash that just pooled here that I don't want it. Okay, we are going to use this flesh shade to shade all over this skull down here that he is standing on, because I think that it will resemble the skull more if I do it with this type of shade and not the other one, the Agraxer shade. Then it would be probably a little bit too dark. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so we are done with the flesh part of the miniatures, and we are going to wash all the brown parts with the Agraxer shade. Okay, so Agraxer shade we are going to use mostly on the belts, shoes, that type of thing, and if they have some twigs or branches like these two guys have, I will use that for that. Yeah, I will use that for that. Now, that's some nice English right there. I will use that for that. Super cool. So yeah, also I have to be very careful because this green wash is still not all dried up, and I don't want him to mess up this brown, even though if I do maybe a little mistake, who will notice it, right? I don't like how the wash ended up. Now while this is drying, it really is disappearing. It doesn't look like it has some shadows, but I guess that highlights will probably fix that, so we'll just stick to it and see what happens. That's the part of painting miniatures that I really like, is you never know what's gonna happen. Once it happens and it looks cool and you're like super satisfied, like, oh, I didn't expect it to look this good, but it looks good. So yeah, so on this guy we are going to go over his boots, this slingshot he has, his hair, and his branch holding all his possessions in this little baggie, this little thingy on his back. Okay. Okay, so that. And the hair, we need to completely cover it. I have to watch for it not to miss on anything, because it would really stick out if I miss some part of the hair or something. But I think if I do it really like heavy, there's no chance I miss it, and I'm even going to do some highlights, so it will probably not show anywhere. Okay. So we got the hair all done, and now with his slingshot, we're just going to go over this part also, and over the branch. Now this wash looks a bit diluted, not sure what's happening there, but it kind of looks like it diluted a little bit. It'll be fine. I'm not going to go twice over this. This looks, I'm satisfied how it looks. Looks good, right? Okay, so this guy has some browns on his hat. So we go like that, and he has brown pants, and he has this thing here that will go completely with the brown, just to tone it down a little bit, because with his orange cloak he looks really shiny, and I don't want him to look like super shiny. I mean, you want colors and everything to pop, but you don't want them to like pop, right? Because that way your miniatures will look like disco. I mean, if that is what you are aiming for, then cool, by all means do it. But overall, I always like to go with more brighter colors, because when you use wash after that bright colors, the wash will tone it down a few notches, and that is something that I really like. Okay, so what is next? We did all the brown tones. We need to do the blue colors, and I didn't take any blue wash. What blue wash should I use? Let me just quickly check out what I have available. Okay, so we have Null Oil, but I already took Null Oil wash, didn't I? Or did I? Oh, I need a Null Oil wash too. Okay, just a second, I'll be with you right away. Just need to find a few washes that I'm having trouble to find. Okay, so this is glaze, we're not looking for that. Okay, so we have Drakenhof Nightshade. This is one I was looking for. And where is my null oil? Where's my spacesuit woman? I'm sorry for this awkward silence. Here it is. Got it. Okay, so let us continue with the Drakenhof Nightshade. It is really a dark blue shade, so I'll probably go like super thin on it. I will just try and tint a little bit and spread it all around, and don't be so generous with it like I was with that orange one. So we'll see how it works, and if it doesn't, we'll repair it, and then we'll try some different things like diluting it with a little bit of water maybe or something, just to give it a little bit more of transparency, because once you dilute it, it just goes into crevices and goes far less on these flat parts, so that way you can control it more when you have it a little bit diluted. But for now, I'm liking it. It is giving me a little bit of tinting, so I can do a highlight much better. That way it will be more visible, and I really like when I do highlights, I really like to do them like super in a contrast, like you can really see them. Some people like to blend the highlights, like they blending transparently going from one tone to another. I like them when they are more like straightforward, when you see them, like it gives it that cartoonish look. That is just the style of the painting that I like to do. I always aim more for that cartoonish look than for anything else. Okay, this is going pretty nice. I like how it's still keeping the blue, but it gives us nice shades, so later we can do some fine highlights. Okay, so girl is done. This guy has a bag over here that we just need to paint. This will be like few brush strokes job, which is super cool. We are done. And then we have this guy. There's a little bit more work on him than there was on these other two miniatures, but it will be done super quickly. So I'm still just talking to myself, right? Okay. What else can I talk to you about? I don't know. Nothing really happening right now in a board game world. I mean, lots of things are happening always, but nothing like breakthrough happening. Essen, everything is about Essen. Everybody's talking about Essen, doing videos, top 10 games and everything. Me and Slaven had a plan to do a top 10 board games that we are expecting to see at Essen and maybe buy potentially, or we already pre-ordered those. Basically top 10 games that we are most interested in, and that we are expecting most of it on, and from Essen, from them, all these new games. So we are probably going to do video tomorrow or the day after that, Sunday, maybe on Sunday. Saturday is kind of a little bit busy for me, and I just might do a late night, at least one of these late nights tomorrow also. So plan to be here if you want to, so we can talk some more, so I don't have to talk to myself. Oh, we have another viewer, so 2 people are currently viewing. Wow. Okay, next thing, we need null oil, since we are going to go over the beard on this guy and his sword and this this wrench that she has. So whoever is the second viewer, can you tell me, does this sound bothering you? The music that is going in the background, is it bothering you? Is it something you don't like? Do you want me to turn it off maybe? Whoever you are, do speak or forever hold your peace. Okay, so yeah, here it is. I was looking for null oil, I could not find it anywhere. Okay, this one is probably wasted because there's so little left. We are going to open a brand new one. So this null oil was never used until now. Okay, so what we need to go over is the beard of the guy, and I don't want to go too hard, or maybe I want to go and tint it really well, since I'm going to highlight it, of course. And I hear my son is crying in another room, so I'm not sure if I awake him with my speaking, but I think I didn't. I think he is probably awake because his teeth are growing up right now, and it is crazy house. So we are waiting for that to be over with, but until then we can't do much about it. Oopsie, I almost spilled this bottle of wash, and that would not be good at all. Nobody would like that. At least me first. Okay, so we have to do the sword. I don't know what gray I used on the sword, but I kind of don't like it. Now this was already washed with some color, but I just want to go over it again just to give it a little bit more definition. This part here, so that extra black, so it differs a little bit from the beard. It's like all the same color, and we have to paint her wrench with the wash, and then we are going to do some highlights, and we are done with these miniatures. And it will be it for tonight. Okay, so now I just need to remember, what did I wash first? Oh yeah, right, the oranges. So the orange color, I used wash on it first, so it's probably all dried up now. It's not all dried up, and that is unfortunate, because now we should probably sit here. Excuse me. Oh, I need to take a little bit of water, my mouth is dry. Oh, hi William, I just saw what you wrote. Thank you. I'm just experimenting with this music. I don't really know, is it too loud, is it maybe too silent, is it okay how you hear it and all that? Is it even playing? Because I don't see it in my OBS. I'm streaming through OBS, and I really don't see the music, that little thingy going left and right when the sound is on, and I don't see it going on. So yeah, guess I'll just watch the stream when I'm done with it and see if I can tweak it a little bit. And William, thank you for joining me on this painting endeavors of mine, when I be better off sleeping. But I really like painting miniatures, so if my voice is weird because I'm shaking the colors, you always need to shake it before the use, because all the pigments fall down, and then it's really hard to use them. They don't want to paint like they should be. Okay, so we are going with the orange, and we are just going to do some highlights, just some quick highlights, and see how it will look. I mean, it will look okay. It cannot look bad. Okay, so I have to watch now. You should never do this. Now you see this paint, this wash is still wet at few places, but I will try and dodge them so I don't pull that wash. That would be a terrible thing to do, but you have to wait for the wash to be all dried up. I could use maybe a hair dryer and dry it, but it's really not an option because it's almost midnight here. I mean, it's not almost, it's 1 hour till midnight, but it's really late to now start with the hair dryer. So now we are just putting highlights on top parts of this miniature. I think I should use probably a little bit a different brush that is not this thick, but it's okay. Now this brush is kind of gone for me. I think it served its purpose, but I have new brushes coming in. My friend was in a city called Zagreb. If you're not from Croatia, if you are, you know what the Zagreb is and where it is, because there they have the brushes that I use and I really like. So I gave him money and told him to get me these new brushes. Okay, this orange looks pretty nice over this miniature, and this wash, it really helps out to bring all these details out. I like how it blends very well with it. So we are just doing the most raised parts of the miniature. What does the William say? Hi, I'm just painting some Warcry terrain and enjoying listening and watching. What range are those miniatures? Oh, I did few Warcry painting videos, I think. You know what would be awesome? I'm just thinking about it right now. Maybe we should do collaborations sometimes, like stream together. Half of the picture is you, half of the other is me, and we just exchange some cool ideas off of each other. These are the miniatures from the game called MOURNEQUEST, and I will show you the box, but I cannot get to it right now because I'm hooked on a mic on a computer, and if I have to go, and this is now my setup is not that good yet. I'm working on it. Once I have enough finances to buy some better equipment, some better microphone and everything. But yeah, this is the MOURNEQUEST. It is a game where you are fighting against nightmares and stuff like that. I got it for a review, but I decided that first I want to do some painting job of it because they look really cool. Now I know you cannot write me a lot, William, but what warbands are you playing in a Warcry? Do you just go with the regular ones that came in a starter set, or will you expand on some others? Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm switching to a smaller brush, way smaller brush, because I want to do these little scratches here and there, and for that I need it to be really thin. I need to have a thin down color, and then we can do like little scratches like this, like it was The hat is all worn out and damaged from how long he has it, maybe, or something like that. So we're just going to do that. Maybe put a few scratches here and there. And we could do it over here, but I really did some fat highlights, so it will not maybe show, but we'll try. And see how it will look at the end. Okay, now it looks much better, if you ask me. Way better. Okay, so we need to highlight the hair, and I will stick with this tiny brush because this hair has really tiny strands, and I wanna give it like nice subtle highlight on just the tops of I don't know how to say it. I cornered myself again with words that I don't know how to pronounce in English right now. Sometimes my brain just stops. I transfer myself. I mean, it's weird because now I am currently, my brain is even thinking in English and everything, and sometimes I just freeze and forget how to speak, you know. You see what I'm talking about? How to say words, how to speak words. Sometimes like super regular words, I would forget how they are pronounced. Well, how do you say food or something? I just get stuck. It is super weird, but it is what it is. Okay, so I need some more of that nice fine orange color. Boink. Not too much, just a little bit, so I can finish this one up. It's really just a few brush strokes and we're done. Okay, oh, we need to do the front side, so I forgot about that. So we are going to need some more of the orange, probably. We'll see, maybe not. What does the William says to us? I just finished painting the starter box. I am now painting the mausoleum set. Hopefully get to play some games next week. Oh yeah, that mausoleum set looks really cool. Against like that that Stormcast set, that's really just few plateaus, nothing more. It looks super uninteresting, at least if you want to play Warcry on it. But yeah, Mausoleum looks really cool. I didn't get any of these other terrains, just the base set for now, and it will probably stay like so because I don't have rooms for all that, but I have rooms for war bands. Currently I'm sitting at 5, thinking of expanding at 6, but not really sure. I don't need to have them all, I just want to have few war bands, so if I want to play with friends at a club or something, I can bring almost anything and they can decide what they like, what they want to play with, and I think that 5 is enough to have some nice diversity between the war bands and play styles and everything. Yeah. Okay, so that's the I hate when I say that, but I don't know how to start sentence differently. But with just okay, so orange colors are done, and now I will do the skin. Wait, where is it? Here it is. With the medium flesh tone, we are just going to bring back some skin on the miniatures, just a teeny little bit of highlights, and I'm still going to use my smallest brush that I own. It is a 0 brush, and we are just going to do really water down the paint, like super water it down to make it a little bit transparent even. And then we are just going to go over all the places that don't have wash on them. I'm still thinking if I want to paint the eyes, but I'm not. As I already told you, I really hate painting eyes. Eyes are so hard to paint sometimes. It is super hard. Okay, so I did a little too much paint with. I hate painting skin. Now I wish I could paint these with the contrast paints, because that Gilliman flesh is the best paint that I ever saw for a skin. Now these, I mean, I know it looks awful, but this is the best job I can do if I need to paint the skin. I really hate painting skin. I think that is something that I will never conquer. I don't know, this one looks weird, like I'm missing something, like I didn't do something well. I don't wanna. It is good like it is. I don't wanna meddle with it anymore. Oh well, hello Kotska. So you didn't miss tonight's painting session. I think you almost missed last. You tuned in a bit late when I was almost done. I tried now. I don't know if you put a reminder, if you click to remind me or not, but I tried to not start the new one, but start from that one. I don't know how to explain it, but I tried for you to get the reminder, or anyone who clicked remind me. To get the reminder. I kind of zoned out a little bit. That's what happens when I'm painting the skin, because I'm really trying to concentrate and to put shadows where the shadows need to be and highlights where the highlights need to be, but I'm super terrible at it. I really don't like how it turned out currently. It looks not good at all. But I cannot really change it. It is how it is. This is the best I can. You didn't click a reminder this time. My. And I tried with all my forces, thinking you clicked remind, that you get a reminder that I'm painting on a Friday. But it is what it is. Try click it next time, just to help me out and see if that will change anything. I'm still figuring things out. Sometimes the YouTube can be really confusing, like super confusing with their setups and everything. It's like you need to learn to be a programmer of sorts. Wow, we have 5 viewers right now. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you all for watching, or even just for listening. Okay, and we are done with his skin. Oh, the old dude. The dude. He kind of reminds me of somebody, but I'm not sure who. Some character, like movie character or cartoon character. I'm not really sure, but he reminds me of somebody. Maybe like Gandalf if he was Gandalf the Orange. I really need to find a good tutorial on how to paint skin, and still probably not learn it correctly. Yeah, that would be awesome. Kotska, do you know that I played Tapestry today? Last time we were talking about Tapestry, but you know that Slaven was sick or something, so we didn't play it. Well, we did play it today, and I lost by like 5 points or something along those lines. But the game was really fun. I liked it. It has really nice, like light civilization feel to it. I mean, it doesn't have that Civ feeling that you are probably going for if you are looking for a civilization game. I don't know. I think that it is a civilization game, but it sure is a good game. Definitely a good game. I had lots of fun. The fun that I didn't have with Wingspan. That was the other game from Stonemaier that everyone was hyping up about. And there was no that much hype about this one. I mean, there was some moderate hype, but nothing like super crazy like for Wingspan. People selling the games on eBay for hundreds of dollars and whatnot. That was super crazy. Super crazy. Yeah, you were watching the dead stream because I think the problem was that I did put up like reminder for a live stream, but then I started another stream that doesn't involve that one, and I thought it does. It's a really weird thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm still learning. But you click the bell. Well, that was really smart of you. So is the Tapestry good? It is not the best game ever. It is not the best civilization game I ever played, but I had fun. I enjoyed playing it. Now there is some downtime. To be honest, we were playing with 5 players, so sometimes the downtime was like super big because 2 maybe players or 3 players activated like some super combo abilities that gave them a bunch of points and everything. So you have to sit there and wait while they go through all their moves and do everything they need to do, and it can be a little bit tiresome waiting, but you can still watching what they're doing, planning accordingly, because there are few abilities that are working in a way that if somebody does something, then you get something because they did something, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a good game. I would recommend it. I would say it's a good game if I did a review for it. Not sure if I'm gonna do one, since probably everyone already did a review for it, but usually the games from Stonemaier games, usually those on my channel, get a really decent amount of views, more than any other games, which I'm puzzled why. Like one of my most watched videos, it has like 2 maybe 3,000 views right now, is from Site Big Box. Now Site Big Box is just an empty box that you can put all your site in, and that's everything that is, nothing other than that. And people are watching that video like crazy, and I'm puzzled why. I really don't understand why. Okay, so we are done with this. We are going to switch to mahogany brown, and we are going to do some mahogany stuff because we have some boots and whatnot to go over, some hair color and all that. Sorry for the silence, I'm talking with my wife, like in a half the sign language, half whispering. But yeah, Tapestry is a really good game, but those components really drive the price up. I mean, the game looks really fabulous, let's not lie, it looks gorgeous, and all these components, when you are playing them and putting them on your board and everything, it really looks nice. Nice enough to justify that price? Well, I don't know, you'll really have to decide. Maybe if we meet up, I mean, we are constantly I'm talking to Kotska, right? So if anybody is confused what I'm talking about, so maybe if we meet at that con that comes after the Essen in Croatia, that one, maybe we can play Tapestry there. Slaven can bring it up if you want to try it, but I think we already, like, say we are going to play like 5 or 6 different games. Oh, and I'm bringing an expansion for the game that we played while we were here, you know, on our Olympus convention. That one that we played with the dice, that is super mean. That Dicetopia. Yeah, is it Dicetopia? The name is really escaping me right now. I'm not really sure if it is Dicetopia already, if I confused some other games with it. But yeah, I'm bringing expansion for that one from Essen. I know you said you liked it, that you want to acquire it. Did you? Did you bought it? Okay. He doesn't answer my questions. So right now we are just highlighting few stuff here and there. Some boots, some pants, hair and everything. Yeah, Dicetopia, right? I was not sure if I was correct, so I'm bringing that expansion, like everything that comes with it. And I find it very interesting that I like that game, because I'm not a fan of mean games. I don't like when you are, and that game is, you are only mean to each other constantly. But I think the idea is that it lasts for like what, 15 minutes, so it's really not that much of a problem if you are mean to somebody in it. Yeah. Come on, Kotska, why didn't you buy it yet? You need that game, you know you need it. I will be your little devil on the shoulder. Come on, buy the game. Let me just quickly take a peek and I will tell you how much views I have. Like, you will listen you will be super stoked when I tell you. Wait, I just have to go to my channel. Okay, so my most viewed video is Lords of Hellas unboxing, that has 9.3k views. I have top 5 games with miniatures that has 8.6 views, 8.6k views, and then on the third place I have legendary with 4.7k views. The unboxing of Sight legendary box, and then the game trays, then unboxing of Sight Fenris, Rise of Fenris expansion. It is super weird. Why is my third most watched video with 4,700 views is about an empty box? I don't know what happened in there, but that's really interesting data for someone to explore. Yeah, what you say, Kotska. If it's short enough, then I don't mind if the game is mean, but if I have to sit like for example that game, what it's called, that Tom Vassell did with some guy, when you are playing the mobsters and you are climbing up like your mob gang, you are trying to be the capo of the mob. What is it called? Nothing personal, right? Nothing personal. That game is mean from the start, and I really don't like it. I played the game and I was like, please never call me again to play this game, guys. I really hate it. But yeah, it is what it is. You can't love all the games. We all have our type of games that we love and that we don't love. So it is how it is. Okay, so now I am highlighting the hat, and that mahogany brown that I just used for the hair and everything. Like, let me just quickly turn something off. That one was a little bit, it doesn't really show, so I will use this color also for highlighting the mahogany brown paint, the hair and everything. And now we are also going to do some scratches here and there, just to give it a little bit more worn out look. Now, do I want to highlight the pants and everything? Maybe I should leave them just because I will leave it. I will not highlight it. I don't think it's necessary, but I will highlight his hair. I will definitely highlight his hair. Now the reason for it is, since most of the miniatures you are watching from this angle, so you really what you see is his hair. You really want that to pop out, to look good. So that is something that you always aim for. The parts of the miniature that are on top, you always paint better than, like, for example, his feet or something like that. You give more attention to hair, to shoulders, or whatever the top of the miniature is. In this case it's his head, his shoulders, and all that. But in some other case it would maybe be like if you're painting some tanks or something, then you want to highlight those cupolas. How do you say? Do you say cupola? You don't. Cupola is, I think, Croatian word. So I'm just lightly going over with the side of the brush, just picking out all the raised parts of the hair, trying to go over all the hair, but not painted it, just highlighted on the edges, nothing more. Wait, Koska is saying something. Nothing personal. The Bloomtown sadly didn't show up yet. They said they will try and send it before the Essen, so I can generate maybe some hype if I like the game and all that, which I have no doubt that I will like, since it's city building, and when I see a city building game, I'm sold. So yeah, it still didn't show up. It will probably not show up in a time that I can do a review before Essen, and I told them that, and they said they will still try and send it so it makes over here in time, but we'll see. If it comes in the next few days, I could maybe squeeze it in, make it happen, but I can't promise anything. And if it doesn't come, then we'll have to do a review after the Essen, which I'm sad if the game is really good. I still didn't watch any of the reviews. I meant to, but some other things got in the way and I didn't have time. But yeah, I definitely wanted to check it out and see what's the general thinking of the people so far about the game. I saw that, I think Sam Healy from Dice Tower, he put some like first impressions video, but I don't want to hear about the first impressions. I want to hear the review, man. Okay, so we are done with all the hair and everything. Now next step is we need to highlight some branches with the rocky sand. I forgot about that when I was highlighting this skull of the whatever the animal it is that this guy is standing on. I forgot that he has these branches and this guy has some, so we need to do that right now. And it is just a quick highlight. You just put it on top like a little wiki one, and you are done. Okay, so he has a slingshot too. Forgot about that one. Okay, this guy has his stuff, so we need to highlight it a little bit. Voila! Okay, wait, I need to drink. You need to stay hydrated. I'll have to watch this after I'm done with this live stream. I'll definitely go and watch at least one video of the Bloomtown to see what's up with that game. Okay, next up we are going to highlight some grays. We are going to use blue-gray pale for that. Now, as you can see, I highlight few different things with the same color. That is because it gives you some consistency, and that thing that I'm always talking about, that I will probably constantly talk about, and it is that less is more. You really don't want to overdo with all the different colors on your miniature, because that way it will just look like the circus was in town. Okay, so for the sword we are just going to highlight the edges like this. Just go with the side of your brush on it, and then I did a little boo-boo here, but it really doesn't matter. So we are just going to make it like it was used a lot. We're just going to put these little scratches all over it, and we have to do that on the other side too, since it will look stupid if it's only on the one side. So you just go and put random scratches wherever you think looks good. You can be more precise with it if you want to. I'm just choosing not to. And I will highlight this very middle going upwards, just to try and represent that it's like glowing on top. I mean, not glowing, but shining. Shining is the word I was looking for. It's like it is shining on top. While we are talking about shining, I don't know if you ever guys watched the movie Shining, but I was in a theater in a movies on Wednesday. Me and my wife went to watch the new Joker movie, which by the way is a really cool movie. I would not say it's like, oh my god, the best movie ever, but Joaquin Phoenix really did a great job of portraying Joker in a really nice psychotic way. I know those are some poor choice of words, but it's Joker after all. And yeah, the movie was really great, but what I didn't know is that they filmed, or they're still filming, I don't know if it's coming to theater and when, is like a successor to Shining. Well, I was really surprised when I saw the trailer for the movie. It is basically happening after Shining. It is a movie by itself, but it is connected to The Shining. I don't know, it was really weird stuff. Since The Shining, I really like The Shining. The Shining is a great movie, but I don't feel this one that is coming that was really needed. I don't know, it is super weird. But I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want this stream to turn into movie reviews. Okay, right now I am highlighting his beard, just repairing some of that wash because it makes it look like super fuzzy and dirty, and that is not what we are aiming for. I could even go with another highlight over this one just for the beard to give it a little bit more definition, since you know what we talked about. If it's up on his face, maybe you need to paint it a little bit more than usual, just to draw some attention to his face and all that. Okay, so we have some belt buckles here that I'm going to lightly highlight, just a little bit. And this thing here, let's just go like so. Right. Okay, and his slippers. Let's put some gray on his slippers. Just so we can distinguish them from his feet a little bit more. I know this is an unfortunate angle that you don't see much. You don't have to see everything. Some of you are not even watching, you are just listening, and that is cool. Use me as a background noise, because painting can be really hard. I mean, not hard, but dull and not interesting if you are just sitting by yourself and in a quiet room painting miniatures, nobody to talk to. It can be really like you can feel really tired and boring at times. Okay, so this guy is done with the grays. Now I don't like this blue that I did on her glasses, so I'm going to go over them with this gray one and just pretend it's regular, not like this blue. I'll try to leave some to maybe give it like a little bit of shine, but overall I'm going to leave them like this gray. I think that this looks much better this way. Wait, is it really loud? Do you really have a trouble hearing me? Or you are just trolling me, right? No, I don't know. Please do tell if the music is loud. Maybe it's because it's a different track. Maybe that track is louder than the other one and all that. And maybe I'm talking a little bit quieter than I started. Not sure. Please just tell me if you're trolling me or not, since I think that I just might William told me that he has no problem, that he hears me well and that music is not bothering him, so you got me confused now, my friend. Okay, so we are still highlighting with the gray. Seriously, it's a bit loud. Wow. Oh, I see, it is really loud. Oh my god. I think that the problem is with the soundtrack itself. I think the song is probably... What if we put it like on 10%? Can you even hear it right now? Just a little bit. Okay, it was on 20%. Maybe if we do like 15% music and the rest is just my voice. I don't think I will use this music thingy again. It is really weird. It is hard because not all the music is probably set to same loudness or whatever, and then some of the music is like super, like you cannot even hear it that it's playing, and then the other song comes on and it like busts through your speakers. And not really what? If I put it on 15%, you cannot hear it. Yeah, I see you cannot hear it. I'm looking at the OBS and it is not registering anything. Okay, now it's registering a little bit. This music thing is... You know what? I'm shutting down the music. Okay, so no more music. Here it is, just me, and you'll have to endure that. Sorry for that, but it is how it is. I don't want to play music anymore. I tried it, it didn't work. Nothing big, no big deal. It is how it is. Maybe if I just throw out that one song that was super loud, but then I have to like search through it constantly, seeing which one works, which one don't. It is just maybe better to go without any of the songs. Yeah, it was probably because I have few tracks stuck in here, but I think I just might like download few of those sets, like when they are playing for 1 straight hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I can just because those usually get to be like set up correctly and everything. You know what I'm trying to say, maybe, but I don't know, maybe I'll just go without the music. It's not like people asked for the music, it was just my idea. I wanted to see how it will work and everything. Okay, so next thing up, the green parts. We are going to highlight with some green, and I'm afraid this one might be a little bit too green, but hell, we'll do it. We'll do it live. Okay, and I can shut down the player now because I'm not playing the music anymore. Wait, let me just see one thing. If it's okay, it's just me. Oh, sorry. Now I just accidentally meddled with the setup for my microphone. Okay, so the green color. We are going to use like super bright green. I'm going to try and dilute it really far, so I just get a subtle highlight. But I think since this one is very green, that it will probably be like super It's going to work fine. Yeah, it will look much better than I anticipated. If you didn't notice already, I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to painting. I always go by the trial and error. I'm never sure if it's going to look good or not. I just start painting and see what happens. I have some general idea what I want to do, but it doesn't always work out for me. But yeah, this time it works. I mean, I'm using the same green as I did when I put the wash on, so it is basically you don't even see the highlights correctly, but it's okay. They are there. If they were not, you would probably see it. Sometimes you put highlights and you think, oh my god, the miniature still looks the same, but then I decided to test that once, and because I used to put highlights and I was done with them, and like, the miniature looks the same. I just spent an hour putting highlights for nothing, because nothing happened. The miniature still looks the same. But then I decided to test that, so I took one picture before I did the highlights and one after I was finished with the highlights, and the difference is there. Difference is really there. The miniature looks much better, even though you don't notice those highlights at first. It's like when you don't see someone for a long time and you notice how they changed, but someone who's watching them constantly each day, they don't notice that change in that person, like if he gets fat or I don't know, just gets old or something. It's same. I mean, that's the best comparison I can find. It is same when you are painting miniatures. You don't see highlights, but they are really there, and they really helping out miniatures more than you think. Okay, this green was really painless to paint. I kind of like that I'm painting the old style way, because these contrast colors can really make you do lazy painting, because they really do awesome stuff. Okay, the green is done. There's really no that much places to highlight, and we are continuing with the blue, a Prussian blue, and we are going to highlight the hats and the clothes and bag on this guy over here that you cannot see because he's out of the frame. So for how long am I streaming? Where can I see that? Okay, I'm hour and a half. No, I don't worry. I don't worry. I mean, you always worry when you paint, and you always want. I mean, these miniatures represent my work. If I don't do good, maybe I won't get another game for painting, right? So I always try to do my best, but I always also tell people, don't exert yourself to be the best in everything. You really have no need for that. Just paint and have fun, and everything else will come by itself. Okay, this blue will also be a little subtle in highlight, but I think I like it and I will leave it. If not, I can always take a little bit of lighter blue and just go with that over the miniature. I thought this would be much lighter color of the blue, but I guess it's not. Yeah, I think I could go a little bit lighter. Yeah, this doesn't look like it. It looks like I didn't even painted anything. Is there even paint on this brush? This is super weird. Okay, so this Prussian blue is not working. we are going to switch it up a little bit, and we are going to switch it up to okay, so this is going to be like super highlight. Okay, we are going to try with Andrea blue. As you can see, the difference is really big between two colors, but I think it will look good. And if it doesn't, we can always go back with the darker tone, and that is that. But we are going to do a way less highlights than I did right now. And also we are going to dilute it really heavy with the water, just like super runny. And let's see how that will look. It will probably be, yeah, looks good, but I have to be very careful. Because if you are not, you will see every little mistake that you did. Okay, looks really neat. It really pops out, this blue now. Okay, so this guy, we're going to do his collar. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it really doesn't matter. Then his buttons, and he has some kind of crevices here, so we're going to highlight that, and just the little edges here. And the pants, we're going to do like these little scratches, just to give them a little more definition. Okay, so a little bit of highlights here. He has something on his back, so we are going to do that. Yeah, I kind of overdid it back here, but it's okay. It will still look good. I have to water it down some more. For this bag that he's carrying, I really don't want it to be like super highlighted, but it will end up, because this blue is really high contrasted against the dark blue. But we'll make it work. So we're just going to do this little scratches, like it's really worn out. Highlight a little bit around his shoulders, just to give it more definition where it's going. And that is like a vest he's wearing. Okay, that blue is done. I'm kinda satisfied how it looks. And then we have this girl over here, and then we are almost done. The last thing we have to do is just paint the bases black, and we are done with painting this miniature, these three miniatures, in two parts, because I wanted to do in one, but we had some unfortunate problems, and this took a little bit longer than I anticipated. So chip in your last questions, because we will be done very soon, and we won't talk probably for another 2-3 weeks maybe after the SN and all that. I mean, I can promise I will try and do a live stream next Friday so we can talk some more maybe, but it is how it is. Sometimes it's just not doable since life happens and everything. I mean, I wish this was my job. Oh my god, that would be so cool if I do this for a living. Talk to people on Friday nights while painting miniatures. Wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe one day, who knows. Okay, so her hat is really thick. It doesn't have like super straight lines, so it is a little bit harder to highlight. So I'm just going to try my best and go over the edges and then make those scratches and give it a little bit more of definition. Basically, you can go wrong with the highlights as long as you know where to put them, which I don't. I always guess where the highlights should go, and sometimes I guess wrong, and then it looks super weird and a little bit ugly even. But that's how you learn. When I first started painting miniatures, I didn't even know what the highlight is. I didn't know how to do those things. Like, what are those highlights? What are those highlights you are talking about? Is it something you can eat? What? I don't know. But yeah, with more practice and never giving up, you get better each day. Okay, so let's do some final highlights on the edges, and just a few scratches here and there, but for that I need the paint to be super diluted, like really diluted, and we are just going to do like these little scratches here and there. Just to give it like a raggedy, worn down look. I think this had turned out really nice. I like it. I like how it looks, like it was worn out. Oh my god, this chair of mine is really squeaking. What if I do some of that blue? See, that's what I'm talking about. I just decided to put some blue on this goggles and it looks much better. Okay, so I could go and paint the eyes, but then it would probably ruin the miniature completely, and I don't want to do that because I don't know how to paint the eyes. I really don't. So we are just going to paint the bases black, and we are going to be done with it for tonight at least. And it's after midnight. I should definitely go to sleep because I will probably be up at 6 in the morning, and 6 hours of sleep is not enough for me. I really like to sleep more than 6 hours, even though, you see, that is the conflict that I'm having. I really like sleeping, but at the same time I hate when I sleep too much. I just hate it. I really wish that people would not need sleep at all, but that is not the case. So yeah. Okay, so I removed them from the bases because I need to paint the rim and everything black now. You should probably not take the miniature while it's still kind of freshly painted, but I learned if you are really gentle and if you don't act like a bully to a miniature, that it's really not that big of a deal and everything will be okay with it. Also, I'm toying with the idea. Now you will probably not see this. You know what? Let's do it like so. Let's paint it like so because it's much easier to paint it, and then I will just remove it to paint the rim that I cannot, because I cannot come to all the parts of it. But it will be much easier for you to see and for me to paint if I have it on this little dandy thingy. Yeah, what I was thinking about. I was thinking of making a poll that I would leave underneath this video. What do you want to see me paint next? And I will give you 2 or 3 or I don't know how many different games that you want to see me paint, and then you can decide what we'll be painting next. You can vote on it, and then next Friday I can paint it, and that way I will paint something that you really want to watch me paint, and we'll have some fun with it. Since I'm always telling, and I'm really thinking that when I say it, that I want this channel to grow together. So I want this channel to be not just mine, but from all of you. I want you to build this channel, the content that you want to see on this channel and everything. That is my long dream that I will probably make a reality one day. Well, for now I don't have that big audience to make it possible, but one day when this channel grows a little bit more, maybe we can do that. And I don't know, I definitely plan on doing that for my Patreon. So I am currently just reworking on it, not reworking it as when you go to my Patreon you will see what you see, but I'm currently putting everything on paper, thinking about new ideas, because I really want to do more stuff for my patrons, however they are called. But the thing is, I have only few patrons, like 6 if I'm not mistaken, and sometimes it is super hard because to make time to create a video especially for patrons, since it's not that I don't value your support, I really do, but I already have like a set amount of time that I can spend on filming videos, since I have a family, I have job, I have friends and all that. Yeah, I have friends. That really came out as stupid, but yeah, I really want to give you guys and girls that support my channel through Patreon, I want to give you some exclusives and all kinds of different things. But if I do exclusive for you, that means that my channel is then lacking the videos that for other people, and it is really hard to juggle all of that and make everyone satisfied. So I'm currently working on it to make it a little bit different, so that everyone gets their videos, the patrons get their videos, and the regular watchers who follow my channel get their videos. But still, that will require some changes. So the main idea right now is that on a Friday, like for the longest time, I had this idea to put 2 videos a day, one on Wednesday and one on Friday, not Friday, Saturday. And I did that. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't. It really happens how it is, the life and everything. And I also did vlogs on Sunday. But now I find it hard to have live streams on Friday, 2 videos a week, and vlog. So the vlogs are already not going every day, every Sunday. I just do them when I have time and when I have something to say, something to talk about, or if I'm doing this thing uh, until I reach 1000 subscribers. I'm going to read and say hello to each and every subscriber that I have on my channel, that comes to my channel and subscribes. After I reach 1000, I'll probably stop doing that. But yeah, so it is basically, it came to that I'm doing 4 videos a week, and I just can't keep up with that. It is just too much. If it was my full-time job, I would not have problem with it, but it really isn't. So I need to reduce it back to 2 videos, maybe 3 sometimes if I have enough time, if I'm maybe on a summer vacation, or I just have some extra free time on my hands or something like that. But I want to have some exclusive videos for my Patreons. So right now I'm toying with the idea that my vlogs will basically be these painting videos that I will do on Fridays. I will still put 1 video on Wednesday for everyone to see, or just for my patrons on Wednesday, and then on Saturday I would probably on a Saturday I would probably create video that it is just for everyone. If that Wednesday one is for Patreons, then the Saturday one will be for everybody. So I still keep the vlogs, so to say. I still keep 2 videos on my channel each week, which I really want to hold up to. And one of them is painting, right? Some of you are probably not here for painting videos, but it is what it is. And my patrons get some videos. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. Kotska said something. Hopefully we'll see another Essen haul video like last year. You will most definitely see that. That is something that I will be doing just for Patreons. And I'm just watching some painting dry here, and I see I did miss a little thing. Yeah, that video will definitely come. It will not be as big haul as it was last year at Essen. This year I didn't went that crazy, since I realized that it is really hard to review all these games in time. Some of the games that I got in Essen last year, I just managed to play and review in the last few months, and it's almost a year, and I didn't manage to play the game and review it. It's not that the game was bad or anything, it's just I have so many games, and then I occasionally do a Kickstarter and all kinds of different videos, and it all just sums up to it that I don't have time for all that, and it's not okay, because I get some of those games for free from publishers, so it would be okay for me to not wait for a year to review them. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so we are done. Wait, I don't want to mess up my table, so I will use this napkin that I used to wipe out the color. And these are the 3 guys from MOURNEQUEST. Some of the characters, there's really more of them, much more, but these are the 3 of them. So we have this one, and we have this one over here, the old dude. This guy, there's another dude, played like a dude, and we have this guy over here, and that is that. I will be signing off right now. Thank you all for watching and for making me company with some comments and questions and everything. As I told you, if you have some last questions, chip them in, because I'm going to clean this up super quickly and I'm off to bed because I can't talk anymore. I'm all dried up. Thank you for all the positive comments. And painting philosophy. Yeah, uh, maybe I should call this segment painting philosophy, not painting hour. Painting philosophy. MOURNEQUEST Backspindle Games Part 3. Right? Yeah. Well, that's idea to think about. Uh, Unless you will sue me if I use it, like for the rights on it or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time I'll just do videos and talk a little bit about if I don't have time to paint, as I already told you, because of the SN and everything. Maybe I can just do live stream and talk about the paints I use and show some of that part of the hobby of mine that maybe interests some of you. But that would be like super quickly. I use either Citadel Contrast or Vallejo. Wow, yeah, that's most of the things I use. Thank you all for watching. No, thank you all for watching. Meat-based. Thank you for kind words. I hope, I don't know why you didn't speak some more than just good night, but it's okay. You don't really have to. Maybe next time, but you really don't have to. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you probably next Friday, but I am not promising anything. Okay, so until next time, pozdrav.